All right, welcome to Inside the Halls here at Hallsville High School, sponsored by Roof Masters and Bubba 33 of Longview. I'm Jonathan Kelley. I have with me
James Burt. How you doing?
And today we're going to be interviewing Mr. Matthew Mastrilli. Got to do it with the hands. Matthew Mastrilli. So, Matthew, real quick, man, how long have you been teaching here at Hallsville?
A couple months. I just started. Me and my family were looking to move to a new area, and we found Hallsville and really liked it, so we picked here and now really enjoyed it.
Nice. What was the selling point about picking Hallsville?
Also, we were just looking for new adventure. We drove through and stopped at this town, and it looked like a good town. Found the high school, and decided to try it out.
As many people in East Texas, just seems like the car breaks down and you get stuck.
Yeah.
But where did you teach at before Hallsville?
So I came from a district in Central Texas, Belton ISD. Taught audio-video production there, and did a lot of stuff with project-based learning, so student-guided learning.
Nice.
A lot of different projects similar to something like this, and it was pretty cool.
That's nice. So talk about the student-led projects, because that's something here at Hallsville we are most definitely trying to increase, get our students a lot more involved. Is there anything that you would like to start here at Hallsville, or anything that you had at your old school that you're like, man, we're perfect here at Hallsville?
Yeah, so I already talked to a lot of the kids. You'll hear from one here in a minute. We started looking at trying to set up a production team, hoping that this turns into some promotion for the school, maybe even getting involved with sports. But basically, students be able to kind of perfect their craft by creating projects that they start the problem for. So I might pose a question, but the student looks at how they're going to solve that problem in their own style and format. Usually ending with a product where they show what they've learned over that, usually about a month, 3 weeks to a month.
That's awesome.
Could you give an example of that? Like, what would be the problem? How are they resolve that issue?
Okay, so one of my favorite ones, because it's so difficult to have a lot students just muscle through it. I might give them a project where they go out to promote the school, but they're going to do some kind of there's going to be some added part. Like one time I had students add portals. So they actually had to walk through a portal into a new area, and it would highlight different areas that they were going through. So they get a little bit of experience with VFX, working with camera, in-camera motion, different things that kind of just show different skills that they can use when they're using the Adobe suite. And usually they work across several different programs within the Adobe suite.
That's cool. Very neat. Matter of fact, I know a lot of kids, and these days, YouTube's a huge thing, making the videos. Editing, that is a huge process.
Yes.
Is that something that the kids do a lot on their own, or is that something that you feel like I have to coach them all the way through it? Or
No, not at all. Right now we're working on, so we just actually finished a project in my practicum in AB2 class where they were working on a South by Southwest entry. I really like to see the kids competing and getting involved in some cultural events. So they were able to basically write, plan. I just guided them through the process of that, and they created the whole thing. Right now we're back on to a little bit more teacher-led, where we're working on how to green screen some stuff. There's a 3-part project with that, but then we'll come back and make we're looking at making maybe a class promotion video that would kind of show what the kids know and just share some of their experiences so far.
That's excellent.
I imagine it's one of those things where you just kind of light the fuse and see where the rocket lands.
Yes, I love to see.
Let it go.
Yeah, I try to be as hands off as I can, because honestly, kids know what they want to learn and how to apply it. They just need a little guidance on how to get to that point.
That's awesome.
What would you say, because again, sounds like big picture here, I love it, we're going to have some good project-based learning. What do you think will be the biggest challenge here at Hallsville to try to get a lot of this rolling?
Right now, it's kind of gain interest, and that's where that project's going to kind of tie in, bring in more kids into the classroom. I tried to grow that program just to a little bit bigger number so we have more people contributing to that.
That's awesome. And what would you say, again, only been here a few months, but what is your favorite thing so far about Hallsville High School?
I love the community. I love that there's this bridge between between the community and the school, and there's just a lot of things that it's fun to be able to go out, and I'm starting to get to know people and see people in a more frequent basis. There's just a lot of close-knitness I really like.
That is very true. Very tight community here at Hallsville. I think most people would agree with that.
Definitely.
But hopefully, like I said, getting the word out there, you'll get a lot more kids involved in it. And like I said, overcome that challenge of having more kids there to help out with all these projects and stuff like that.
That's what we're hoping for.
Oh, yeah. Well, man, we thank you for your time. Thank you for being here with us. And everybody out there, sounds like we got big things at Hallsville. So.
I appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Go Bobcats.